What's up, Bear Cubs? Welcome to another Wednesday. So one of my resolutions for this year for me was that I was going to read more. So far, I've hit 4 books and just over 1,000 pages. On my way. But this week, we're going to be talking about books. So what I thought I would do is give you a review of some of my all-time favorite books that I read in the past year. Every time I read a book, I have a worksheet that I write down its name, its author, its genre, type of fiction, how many pages, and a brief comment on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the title, I'm going to give you the author, the rating out of 5 that I gave it, and the brief comment that I wrote down on it. Okay? Let's go. The first book that I read last year, The Fault in Our Stars. This is by John Green, but most of you already knew that. I gave it a 5 out of 5, which I rarely do. And this is what I said about it. This book is completely amazing, made of awesome, heartbreaking, and inspiring. I loved this book. Next, The Book of Lost Things. This book is by Connolly. I gave it a 4 out of 5, and I said that it was an interesting concept and that the best part was the twisted fairy tales. The Book Thief. Now this is by Markus Zusak, and I gave it a 5 out of 5. I'm ashamed to admit that I hadn't read it until last year, and it was absolutely amazing. I loved this book. It was heartbreaking, and I really identified with the characters, and it was just amazing. I'm just going to include these all as one because they're all kind of put together, but the Hunger Games trilogy. Overall, the first 2 got 5s, and the second one got a 4 out of 5. And overall, I like the series, but I had problems with it as it went on. I mean, I won't go into it in depth, but the second and third ones I had some issues with. If it were up to me, I would say she probably could have stopped it after the first one and left it as an incredibly sad tale of a dystopia and not need to fix it. Let It Snow. Now this book is actually a collaboration between John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Myracle. Now I'll admit it, I read it just because of John Green, but I quickly fell in love with the other parts of the book as well. It's a really good collaboration, a lot of fun, and you guys should go read it if you haven't read it, because it's John Green, I mean, it's amazing. I went through a phase last year where I was reading a whole bunch of Doctor Who books, so I'm going to kind of combine all of them together because they're all kind of very similar. So I read Dead of Winter, The Glamour Chase, Nuclear Time, and The King's Dragon. Alright, now these are by James Ross, Gary Russell, Ollie Smith, and McCrormack. I gave them all 5 out of 5s. They were all 11th Doctor adventures with Amy and Rory. And they were really fun. I mean, it's a different way to experience the world of Doctor Who. If you haven't read any of the Doctor Who books yet, I suggest you do go do that because they're all really pretty good and they're a lot of fun to read. And it gets you through the long breaks when you don't have any episodes to watch. Love it! Coraline. Now, this is by Neil Gaiman, and I read it for my children's lit class. And a book meant for about 9 to 10 years old managed to scare the crap out of me. I mean, I gave it a 5 out of 5, and I was reading it was probably around 2 a.m., and I was scared to turn the lights off that night. And finally, the complete works of Winnie-the-Pooh. Now, this is all the Winnie-the-Pooh works by A.A. Milne. The House on Pooh Corner, The Tales of Winnie-the-Pooh, and I read it for my children's lit class because I could. And basically, it was too adorable for words. It was just like, oh, it's so cute! I just wanted to like wrap it up and hug it, and it was way too much fun. I had way too much fun reading that book. And I think that's going to be it. I have so many more amazing ones, some not so amazing ones. But if you haven't read any of the books that I just suggested, then at least go look at them because I really enjoyed all of the books that I just talked about. I think that's it. Layla, I hope to see you tomorrow because now you owe us a punishment again, so but Layla, I'll see you tomorrow. DFTBA, bear hugs. Bye!